which is owned by Rocket. It's hard to keep track, Glenn. These companies, like every time I turn around, another broker is buying another broker. It's good to see you, though.
Plenty of consolidation. Good to see you, too.
Yeah, you got to get to the big four, right, in any industry. All of this is somewhat beside the point. Do you think this move will lead to lower mortgage rates? Will it lead to higher home prices, have no impact, have a big impact? How should we be thinking about it?
Mostly Band-Aids, mostly Band-Aids. The fundamental problem in America is that we've stopped building houses. We're about 5 million units short, and whatever we do to lower rates or to interfere with the Fed is just going to be temporary. Long-term, market set mortgage rates, and whatever we do to home buying demand when we try to limit institutional investors' ability to own properties is also only going to be a Band-Aid. So the fundamental issue here is that we just need more housing. And what's great about the government right now is the government is really focused on housing. So sooner or later, we're going to figure it out. Right.
But you want more. In other words, like, for instance, Director Pulte told us last week he wants the builders to almost, it was something about guaranteeing they're going to do more if they want to, be backed by Fannie and Freddie, something like that. But you'd want more policies that encourage home construction, or also policies that would just put more inventory on the market.
Yeah, the simplest thing we can do is just eliminate some of the regulations, especially around zoning. So it is so hard to build a house in most American cities, and that's why we haven't done it. So tie federal funding to reform of zoning laws. It's already started to happen, even in places like California, which have loved zoning laws. So I know we can do it. I know we can do it. We just have to stay on track here and keep building.
Maybe, but what you're suggesting is quite difficult, to tie federal funding to local zoning laws and all of that. I mean, we're talking about complicated things to execute on.
Americans can do hard things. Of course it's going to be hard, but we've been good at building houses for most of our history. We just got to get back on the horse here. I don't think it's that hard. Like when you think about other problems like climate change or the federal deficit, those are hard problems to solve. But building a bunch of houses, that seems pretty straightforward to me.
I am also thinking about a little bit about China. So you know how in China home prices can never go down because that's where people store their wealth. There was a little bit of this with the Director Pulte's interview last week where he said, we want to make sure that even as we're trying to make housing more affordable for new buyers, he said we don't want home prices to go down. And that set off my spidey sense a little bit.
Oh, it should. It should. We're one-dimensional about most products. We want gas to be cheaper. We want bread to be cheaper. We want milk to be cheaper. What about housing? That's the reason Americans feel that this country is so unaffordable. It's housing that they can't afford. And when we think about home prices going down, instead of celebrating that, we treat it as a calamity. And that's just because a lot of homeowners have formed cartels where they have homeowners associations and they lobby the government to keep home prices high and to limit supply. But there's a new generation of Americans. The fundamental reason those people feel so disaffected is because the average home buying age has now hit 40.
Right.
You're not going to start a family if you can't buy a house until you're 40.
Right. But I guess where I'm trying to go with this, in other words, is it would be the best way to increase housing affordability would be for home prices to fall. and no, I understand no one in a house wants that. But 40% of homes, I think, don't even have a mortgage. So there's plenty of equity cushion to absorb like a 5 or 10% adjustment. I'm not trying to sound crazy here. I'm not rooting for home prices to fall, but it's obvious that would help affordability the most, short of the 10-year yield falling a point or so.
Or even if home prices just appreciated less quickly than wages. So right now that's happening. Home prices are up 1%, wages are growing 2 or 3%. So that's progress. But the reason this correction that we've had since 2023 hasn't been a real correction is because sales volume is down, but prices just kept going up. So if you want the industry to heal and if you want society to heal where people can afford houses, you nailed it. You nailed it. Home prices need to come down.
I don't know if that's the headline I want out there in the universe, but just something, I guess, for further thought. Glenn, we'll leave it there for now. Appreciate it today.
Thanks for having me.
Glenn Kelman with Redfin.